نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. The topic that I was given today to speak upon was the rank of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now if we look into history, then we'll find many people who were a benefit to people, were a benefit to mankind while they were living. And even after their death, they were to some benefit to the people. But there's only one person, without exception, that being a benefit to the people while he was alive, being a benefit to the people after he died, after he left. But wallah, this person was also a benefit to this ummah and to the people at large, even before his birth. And that is the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Speaking of the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, comes in the narrations of ahadith that the father of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala an, once was passing by, and a woman from one of the tribes known as Qatila bin Waraqah, the sister of Waraqa bin Nawfal, Qatila bin Nawfal, she says, and she proposes, and she sees Abdullah, and she sees a nur and a light on the forehead and on the forelocks of Hazrat Abdullah. So she immediately herself gets up and she says to Abdullah that I am proposing to you. Abdullah says, okay, let me think over the matter and I'll get back to you. After a while, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had planned that Abdullah gets married to Amina. The nikah took place, and the Mubarak soul of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was then put into that blessed womb of Hazrat Amina. So Abdullah once was then again passing by this very same woman, Qatila, that proposed to him. So she says, and he says, you know what, you proposed to me a while back. You haven't come to me again after that to ask me what's happening. She says, no, now I see that nur and that light that was on your forehead has disappeared. Now I know for a fact that now you are married and you have now and took this light that was here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took that light and put it into the womb of your wife. And then she congratulates Hazrat Abdullah, and she says, congratulations to you as a father, and congratulations to Amina as a mother, congratulations to you as a pair. You are the most blessed and best parents to step on planet Earth. So she congratulates them then, that you are the best couple, the best pair that will ever stand on planet Earth. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam comes into the world. As soon as he comes into the world, what happens? We see the palaces of Qisra, the palaces of Qaisar in Rome. Their palaces, there was, on the day of the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, an earthquake destroyed 11 of those pillars. A fire that was lit for 1,000 years by the idol worshippers on the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was extinguished. The kings of Rome send out people to go find out the reason for this, and then the answer was given to them that Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has put his blessed body into this earth, therefore this has happened. So the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam itself was a blessing for the ummah, was a blessing for you and I. Respected friends and elders, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we read in ahadith the rank of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who was Muhammad? Who was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Before the creation was created, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already prepared all the preparations for this world, for the existence of man, because of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If it was not for him, none of us would be existing today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on His arsh, the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The kalima of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is written, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. At that time, before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had even created anything. When Adam alayhi salatu wa salam was kicked out of paradise and was told to leave the world, to leave Jannah and come to this world, Adam alayhi salatu wa salam, after many years prostrating in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, used this one dua that he has seen on the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then on behalf of the kalima that was written on the arsh, Adam alayhi salam used that as an interceder for him and asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And because of the name of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave Adam alayhi salatu wa salam. He says, where did you hear of that name Muhammad? He says, oh Allah, I seen that name Muhammad on your throne. I seen this name on your throne and I knew right away, this is the name of no ordinary person. This is someone of great honor and respect. And that is why I took his name and I asked you for forgiveness.